Tell me.
It's a dairy farm. The previous revenue for the previous financial
And they
year.
have 1/4 of all the milk.
Yes.
I know this deal as good as you do, but go ahead.
No. This is a different one.
A different one.
This is a different one. Yes.
Okay.
I've received 3 so far. I received 1 last.
This isn't the one, the French
In
one.
addition. No. This is not the French one.
Okay.
This is the new one. That one has gone through the application. They signed. They're giving us a term sheet mid-February.
Okay.
Because they're coming back to work here mid-June, January. I mean. So in this case, revenue the previous year, fiscal year was 128, and this 2018, 2019, 162, EBITDA 82 million, working with an EBITDA percentage of 50 or 42. In this case, the enterprise value is 3 times EBITDA at 246. Purchase price. We are taking a 51% position in the business, so the purchase price is about 125 million. Bank loan will be that amount, 125 plus 8%, which is it will be
8% or 8 million.
It's 8% of 16.
5%.
So it's 50% of 16, which will be 18, right? Because
That's
what,
8,
So you mean 10% of 662?
yeah,
and then half of it.
10% of this, and then we divide it by 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
so it comes to 8, and then in total, the total bank loan will be 133. This 8 is basically overdraft facilities comprising of fees, bonus, and working capital. The service terms, we're in a different country there. It's 10% interest rate, calculated over 7 years, and that gives us about 27.
This is a fully
Million.
amortized, so the worst loan you can get.
Yes.
We did these numbers
Yes.
based on that.
So you're sitting with the free cash flow of about 14 million, and your CR is about 1.5. Now, in this particular case, they have about 6,900 cows, and the growth for the next financial year, which is going to be March, April, it will be about an additional 1,500 cows. So the numbers change as soon as, how the operation works is that you milk pregnant cows, and cows have, like human beings, they have a 9-month period.
Yeah.
So there are cows already that we're calling them calving when it's giving birth.
Mm-hmm.
There are cows that already have given birth 2 years back that were young calves that will be ready by March, April to be artificially inseminated, and a month later, which will be April, they will be pregnant and they will be ready to milk. So
As soon as they get pregnant, they can.
yes,
Wow.
and it's an AI, artificial insemination process. There's no bull there and all sorts of stuff. So the full operation is all female cows. And what matters most for your growth is how many calves do you have versus the existing milkable cows. So in this case, you're working with about 7,000 cows that are still need to come through the milking chain over the period of. So you can say they have an order book of 3 years of cows.
Yeah.
So there's a guaranteed milk uptake, obviously through. In this case, it's not the French business. It's it's a South African milk product processing, dairy farm product processing business. It's a competitor to the French one.
On that business, how do you add value to them? So you're doing different services in different.
How you add value is in twofold. There's overall throughout the world, there's a shortage of protein and fat.
And?
Fat. Natural fat.
What is it?
Fat.
FAT.
FAT, yes. There's an overall shortage of fat and protein.
Yeah.
So what the milk producing processors are asking out of producers, give us milk that has got high protein content and high fat content, and then we will revise the cost of a liter, the price of a liter, to.
How much does a liter of milk cost in South Africa?
It's about 5 rand 10 cents.
5 cents?
5 rand.
Oh,
5 cents.
5 rand is
5 rand.
That sounds cheap.
No. That's not a retail price. That's a producer
cost.
price.
Oh, that's a
when
cost.
It goes, yeah, that's a
I got
cost.
you. Okay.
When it goes through the processing and to what you get at the counter, that's probably like 30 rands.
30?
Yeah.
How much is that in pounds?
$3.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah. Roughly.
Now, you know Marcus's father's milked 1 million cows.
Wow.
That's great.
I mean,
Farm.
and he looks like Godzilla. I mean, his hands are like this, but anyway. Yeah.
And what you have here as well is that your growth also depends on how much land you buy further down, away from the farm. So, because the more land you have, the more you bring your calves into that land to graze, and the more you expand your operation, your processing operation as well. Not necessarily processing operation, in this case would be milking operation, because they have to go through the circular milking machinery where they all go in at the same time. So you milk twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon, late afternoons.
What's the contingency for if there's a fire, the cows die? Is there some other companies that would you'd be missing milk and stuff like that, right?
Good question in a way, but it's not that much. Not that much relevant in a sense that where the land where the cows graze is all irrigated. Meaning there's like sprinkler systems over. The whole point of that is to irrigate the grass where they feed. So you constantly found all your cows feeding along that green grass, and that green grass doesn't catch fire. If just so happen that, it stays green throughout the seasons, and in South Africa you don't get snow, so you don't get harsh weather and all of that. So it's a combination of what you call dry farming, which is dry farming is farming dependent on rain, and artificial farming, which is farming dependent on irrigation system. Now, the biggest asset that a dairy farmer can have is water. So in this one particular case, this particular farm has got a river that runs right through the farm. So the water rights are sufficient enough for growth and for the existing operation.
So is that your end goal, is to increase?
The end goal is to increase, is to buy more land further down the river. Mind you, you're buying right along the banks of the river. And another thing someone asks is, what happens if there's a dry spell and the river dries? In this case, this one particular river is such a funny case. Further up the river is a development, Johannesburg, right, and its suburbs and all of that. When they flush, every toilet that they flush, whether you're washing on your sink or you're having a bath, whatever water that you flush, it goes down that river. So that river has got a combination of deposits, human deposits and all of that stuff.
Fertilization.
So that becomes a fertilizer. So you drag all of that, reticulate it over your irrigation system, and then it keeps that grass green all the time. And you don't have to cut that grass to feed your cows. Your cows walk to that grass and they walk back. How do they walk back? They do it automatically. You see, what happens is that when you drink too much water or you're eating too much, you automatically want to go have a pee. That's how they feel when they want to get milk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, it hurts.
Yeah. It hurts them. So they walk all their way by themselves back to get milk. So it happens at certain times of the day, early in the morning and late afternoon. So there's no cost of you having to go gather the cows or take them into the grazing fields.
What's the plan with that? Are you planning?
And the other plan going forward is to set up a processing plant, one of which we don't want to do. The other option would be to buy into the milk processing business. So you find that now we will be doing a forward integration into processing.
Right. So would you be buying more farms? Sorry.
Oh, I got a question about this. Is this going to be 100% bank financed?
It's 100% non-recourse.
Oh,
Yes.
Shit.
you might want to write that on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna note that.
And do you plan on buying more farms then, similar to this?
Yeah, the industry is poised for integration at the moment. For consolidation, I mean,
Oh, okay.
at the moment. I mean, you to be a well-recognized operator, you need to have more than 5,000 cows.
Yeah.
This operation is sitting with 6,900.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of the operators that are sitting with anything between from 1,000 to 4,000 at the moment, spread out.
No, what was that the deal?
So the best thing to do is to make them offers and acquire, maybe not to buy the land, lease the land from them and take over the operation. And strike a long-term leasehold with them, anything from 15 to 30 years. Naturally, what happens is that the more you pay them every month, right, towards the fee, the rental fees, the more they spend, and they start to live beyond their means. And then when you come back to them to make an offer,
You're playing with psychology.
yes, when you come in to make an offer, you can actually lowball them. Yeah.
So, what's the motivation for them selling out 51 or whoever this is selling out 50?
No, in this case, it's not his motivation, it's our strategy as a business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's our investment strategy. We don't want